that's right. I'm supposed to be filming right now. Anyways, welcome back to the channel. I know I said in the last episode we were going to get the Tahoe over and do the paint correction. You'll notice the truck behind me is running. We're actually going to go get the camper, bring it over, and give that a full clean because I'm actually going to be dropping it off June 5th to get the new awning put on it. And I really want to get it clean because the roof is disgusting, the outside is disgusting, there's bird poo-poo all over it. So let's get in the truck and let's go. So like I said, we're going over to get the camper. And actually last week, my brother and I put the hitch in the back of this. And this has a B&W fifth wheel hitch. Probably the best one you can get on the market. A little expensive, but it's worth the money because the jaws, when they come around the kingpin, are way over-engineered for what actually needs to be there. But that's a good thing because you don't want it to come out. But we kept noticing, so I got the camper at the end of 22. We didn't use it until last year, but every time we put the hitch in the back, because this truck has the puck system, I would constantly fight to get the hitch in it. Couldn't figure out why. I ended up going over to my buddy that we bought the hitch from. He found, because I didn't know this, the puck system in the Chevys, GMs, whatever, GMC, Chevys, it doesn't matter what it is actually made by Kurt. It's not made by General Motors. And we found out that the front passenger puck was actually welded forward more than the other three pucks, so the hitch would never drop in. He kind of welded the backside or dremeled the backside off a little bit. Now the hitch goes in and out perfect. So if you guys are having problems with your hitches going to the back of these trucks, that would be why. But now we're going to go over, get the camper hooked up. We'll go over that a little bit, the procedures for it, and then get it brought back to the house. Important step number one, especially with a fifth wheel. Always put the tailgate down before you back it up or you're going to regret it. So normally this would have battery in it. This is actually the first time I'm even moving this season so far, so the battery's actually not in it. So I have to hook the camper up to the truck in order to get power because the slide is still out. And then that'll help me so I can lift the jacks up and put it on the truck. So let's get that done, then we'll jump inside, put the slide in, and then we'll get it ready to go. Alright, so some things I got to do first is, as you can see, the windows are open. I've had this pretty much opened up, airing out, because it can get kind of musty after winter. So I'm going to close them up, then we'll get the slide in, and then the reason why the awning needs to be replaced, well, you can probably see the awning is totally destroyed on that side. So I'm going to kind of like tape that up and patch it just to get it to hold, because I got to drive it down like 4 exits from where I live in another couple weeks, but kind of sucks because that's like almost $800. It's worth it though. Now it says here, a nice little sticker, battery hookup required for slide operation. Don't tell Keystone. Good thing this camper's old enough that the warranty's expired. Anyways, in, out, I only have one slide in this, which is right here. Then there's the awning and then all the lights and stuff. So we're gonna bring it in, then I hook the truck up and then we're ready to go. you're going to hook up any type of camper, you always want to do a quick 360 before you put the truck onto it, or SUV, whatever you're towing with. Obviously, this scenario, you need a truck. So I always start here on the front passenger side, and then I do a full 360, and then I get around to the other side. So I do, it's a quick scan. You want to check compartments, make sure the doors secured. This has an outside kitchen, so I need to make sure it's secured. You can really see, though. You can really see how nasty dirty this is. This will clean up quite a bit once I actually start using it. Check the back end. Make sure this compartment's secured, the slides in. Making sure my caps are all put on. Make sure somebody didn't mess around with it and accidentally take them off. All the windows are shut. We're all locked. So now we're at this point. I'm ready now to back the truck up to the Kingpin. This is where it's important to do the steps the correct way. And there really wasn't, when I bought this, there really wasn't a lot. I kind of remember it. I was a kid when my grandfather had one, so I didn't remember a lot of it. And his fifth wheel hitch looked nothing like this one. He had one of the really old school, like Reese ones, I think, which, like I said, this thing's built like a brick, you-know-what house. So when you're looking at your hitch, this slanted part, you actually want the front slanted part of the hitch to ride up on that and then go in. That way the jaws come around the Kingpin. And what I say that is, this is the Kingpin. You want the dogs to actually grab onto this. If you get it to where the camper's sitting too high or the camper's sitting too low, especially too high, you can do what's called a high hitch, and then it won't actually grasp onto the Kingpin correctly. I shouldn't have to adjust the camper up or down at all. It should be fine the way it is, because it's the way it came off the truck. I just got to put it back on. Big thing is, don't be a dum-dum and leave your Kingpins closed on the, or your jaws closed on the hitch. You'll look like a ding-dong when you're going back up and it slams into it and it doesn't click in. So I'm going to start backing the truck up a little bit closer. This truck is actually really nice because it came with a fifth wheel prep package. Has this outlet already in the truck, had the puck system for the hitch, and I actually have a camera right up on the back. There's actually a camera right here that looks right down to the hitch. So it makes it a little bit easier when I'm backing up. And then it's right in the rearview mirror. So we're going to get the truck backed up, hooked up, and then do a quick 360 again, and I'll show you the steps you got to take after you get the hitch put on the truck, because there's some steps you need to do before you just take the jacks up and drive away. You'll see that this is slightly lower than the actual platform. That's what you want. You want this to ride up in, and the truck kind of gets smushed underneath it. If you go and jack the camper up, you're actually going to high hitch it, and then it won't grab onto the Kingpin correctly. So this is the way it should be. The other nice part this camper has, there's a mirror right up here in the front. I can actually see when I'm backing up, I can look right down at this and see it. Really handy. And that's it. So we're going to look in. It's really, really tight. Move this out of the way. But you can look in and you can actually see that the dogs are wrapped right around that Kingpin in there. You can see right, these silver dogs that are right here, they're actually wrapped around the Kingpin. That's the way they're supposed to look. So now, what I can do is, I need to come up. The greatest thing GM did, Ford finally caught up to it. I don't think Dodge does it yet. They got these steps here. Greatest thing ever. You take breakaway, which if for some reason the trailer comes detached for some reason, this is the breakaway for it. It stays attached to the truck, then it doesn't, to lock the brakes up and stop the camper. So I take this, wrap it around the lock. This is the pin that goes in. We're hooked up now, it's not coming off. So now what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna start lowering. So we're gonna start retracting the legs. One side. Move this. You'll actually notice the truck is gonna squat. You're gonna do this as far as till the jacks are just coming off the ground. Okay, now, you see the jacks are just starting to come up off the ground. The weight is totally on the truck right now. I gotta move the wheel chocks in the back, they're holding the wheels in. what you're supposed to do is go in, grab your trailer brake manual control, squeeze it, drive the truck ahead. If the truck stops, you know you've got a good hitch and the camper's not going to come out. That's why you leave your jacks up slightly just enough that if, God forbid, that comes out, it's not coming all the way down. It's only going down as far as the jacks will let it go down. And you're always going to have a little bit of rollback where these roll back on you. All right, truck's hooked up, plugged in. Everywhere locations are different. Generation before this, the trailer brake used to be up here, the integrated one. Now they're down here in this generation. So when the light is lit, it's telling me that the trailer is plugged in. What you're going to do is give it a squeeze, and on the display up in the center, you'll see where it's showing the gain. I have mine set to 6 because this camper's got some decent weight to it. So now I'm going to put my foot on the brake, put it in drive, and I'm going to roll forward. There's a good hitch. The truck's not going anywhere. The trailer's holding it from moving. So now what I got to do is, my wheel chocks are still down. They're stuck underneath the back because I keep them there. That way if the trailer for some reason actually rolls backwards, it prevents it from going back a super distance. So now we're going to get the jacks raised up the rest of the way. Close the tailgate. Make sure you close the tailgate. For the first turn you take, you'll bye-bye tailgate, and well, you'll cave in the front end of your camper. So we're going to get everything done the rest of the way. Then we're going to go and bring it back over to the house. Now we're going to get it off the truck, so I get the truck off from underneath it, and then we'll really get a nice up close look of how nasty this thing is, because it's dirty. This is bad. I'm going to have to use some spray and iron stuff. You can see all the black run off here. So let's get it off the truck and then start cleaning. Okay, truck off, camper, check. Let's get this thing cleaned up. So first step, we're going to spray some spray and iron on this, because it's going to help with a lot of this mold, mildew buildup. But like I said, like even this decal here, up there, the decals on these, I mean, they're 14 years old. They're starting to wear out. That's why I'm going to use the garden hose instead of the pressure washer, and I'll blast them off. Would I like to someday maybe replace them? Yeah, but I really don't intend on keeping this camper for like another 2-3 years. I'm going to probably upgrade and get a new one. So let's gap in and start cleaning. We're up on the roof now. That's the part I missed. I can't get that with the down below. I can get it up here. So I'll spray this down. I saved quite a bit of my spray now because this is where the mold and mildew remover is going to actually come in handy. The one big thing I'm going to have to do this year that I'm starting to notice like down here on this bathroom vent, the lap seal, it's getting kind of brittle. It comes in a tube. You just basically paint it on, and then you take a brush and just paint it on, and you're good to go. Okay, we're all clean. You guys probably didn't notice, you know, the sides and stuff as well as you did the roof. That was pretty bad, and that actually, the last time I did the roof was right after we got it. Like October-ish of 22, I think was when I actually did it. A little bit of information, where I actually keep this is my parents' place. We don't have room here on our property yet. I'm hoping that, again, someday I can get that lot over there. But where my parents' property is has actually been in my family since 1917. Originally, at one point, my family had 2,800 acres. I think we sold it. My great-grandmother sold it in 1968 for $2,800. Real bummer. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. So if you like it, throw a thumbs up and make sure you smash that notification and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of this good stuff. And we'll be sure to catch you in the next one.
All right, now we're filming.
We're filming?
We're filming.
Oh, am I supposed to be doing something? Oh, that's right. Wait a minute. Anywho. Are you actually recording right now? Are you really? Is this going to be a blooper? I think this is going to be a blooper. Someday we'll get this figured out. I don't know. I'm ready now. Okay. And then you can do some like up close shots like this. Can you see me at all when I'm standing here?
Yes, right there I can. Yep.
Okay. Are you recording or no?
I am recording.
Take it off the truck, reverse the steps I showed you putting it on it. I'm not going to bore you. Or am I? Do you want to jump out and then kind of... Right now we're going to go... Like all this stuff, this video might end up being like 20, 25 minutes. I know you hate doing that. Pay no attention to the registration. If you come over here... Hello! If you guys only could know what my cameraman is currently doing behind the camera. It's borderline criminal. Anyways, he's been robbing from me for years. Give you a hint of what his name is. I mean, really, we just want to... Well, maybe you do need it up a little bit higher. But just get it so you're, like, filming me.
There you go.
Good?
And... I guess it's filming right now.
Is it filming?
Yeah, let me see. It's a button for whatever reason won't let me... Oh, it's because this volume button.
Hello!